Yeah. No, I've seen too many videos. I think there's like a documentary of a couple that went to Kodiak Island and they got ate alive.
Oh yeah, there's people all the time. They're just weirdos. They're like, I want to go
Without
speak
a
with
gun.
the bears.
Like,
yeah, see, like
hang out.
I'd take 2 machine guns minimum. People are like, take your bear spray. Like, bear spray? I need a bazooka.
Yeah,
You know
at
what I mean?
least.
Not at all.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I just think the sales industry, there's so many people out there like me, and I know that. And that was one of the biggest things that Sean Mike said at the event. He's like, we only have X amount of agents, and there's this many agents in the industry that are living check to check, let alone people that are living check to check in the United States, like 9 to 5 or whatever salary, whatever it is. So it just really opened up my eyes. Like, there's so many more people out there that are like me, and I necessarily wasn't living check to check. I was making good money. I loved my job, but
not capitalizing on their full potential.
Exactly. That's all it was. Like, there was nothing that I was going to look back on and be like, man, I really made a difference in somebody's life. Like, I just built somebody else's business.
Let's go. Even though we're not live, we're live. We're recording now.
That's right.
So we got another podcast. We've got special guests today. It's Colby. How do I say the last name?
Whittaker.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go, brother.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, bro. Flew in from Indiana with the cowboy boots on.
Yes, sir.
Ready to rock. So how long have you known, you got into the business through Drew?
Yeah.
How long have you known Drew?
Me and him went to high school together.
Okay,
So,
cool.
long time.
And you saw him making this money and you're like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Took me a couple months, but
Yeah. And then how long have you been in the insurance space?
since January.
Since January.
Yep.
Wow. So you're going on what, like 9-10 months?
Yeah, this will be my 10th full month.
Wow, bro. And what were you doing? Like a union job prior to that?
Yeah, I was a welder.
Oh, you were a welder?
Yeah.
Underwater welder?
Nah, I'm not that ballsy.
Yeah.
Those guys are crazy.
Yeah. So like, wait, not to sidetrack, but why is that job so dangerous?
So when you go underwater, like, put some kind of air pockets in your blood. Like, it's a pressure thing.
Yeah.
But like, it shortens your lifespan by 10, 15, 20 years.
Why?
It's just so dangerous. And whatever that does to like that blood flow thing. And
Being underwater too deep or something?
Yeah. And then also with the electricity, I mean, you're welding with thousands of volts underwater.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so when people die, like they say the underwater welding is like one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Is
Mhm.
that they get electrocuted?
A lot of times, I think it's like a pressure thing. They come up too fast with too many volts around them or something.
Yeah.
I never looked enough into it because I knew it was not for me,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Did you ever meet anybody that did underwater welding?
Yeah, I talked to a couple guys. Yeah.
Were they making like $1 million?
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably not $1 million, but they were making
Crazy
$500,000
money?
easy. Yeah.
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 Which they should. I mean, if you're giving up 10 years of your life.
Yeah. They make more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Wow. So what was growing up for you like in Indiana?
I was a farm boy. I
Yeah.
grew up on a farm, always like cattle, rode
Yeah.
horses, that kind of thing.
Would you believe it or not if I told you I grew up on a farm?
I would not.
Yeah. Little Rock, Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah. Until I was about 10, we raised Tennessee Walkers.
Okay. Duck hunter?
Duck and dove. So I don't know
Me
if you
too.
ever,
Me too.
Yeah, nothing crazy, but we ate a lot of rabbits. We ate a lot of squirrel and a lot of dove, and then duck occasionally. But we would duck eggs. We would bake with like duck
really?
eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
But,
love duck hunting.
yeah.
I love all hunting, but
Yeah,
duck
yeah.
hunting,
No,
okay.
I never. So my parents split up when I was around 10, so I never got to like big game hunt a lot.
Mhm.
But I fell in love with. I actually had an Alaskan guide hunter on the podcast
Oh,
like-
wow.
2 years ago or something, and that's like my dream is to go up to Kodiak Island
That'd
and
be
like
awesome.
just spend a couple weeks up there. They got the Kodiak brown bear, which I don't know. Have you ever been bear hunting?
No, I've never been bear hunting.
Oh, dude, are you familiar with grizzly bears, brown bears?
Yeah.
These bears, so specific to this island, can get up to like 2,000 pounds, 10, 11 foot. Like just imagine I don't know. It sounds like for me, like I couldn't even like physically perceive like what would that look like. You know what I mean?
No.
You ever seen a bear like in a wild?
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
been
black
out west
bear
and
and
seen
everything
black
like-
bears.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we saw a grizzly bear from a distance. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't up close.
Dude,
on
just
which I was thankful.
Yeah, bro. Imagine one of them things with a 4 or 5 inch claw just break the back of an elk or a moose with just one swipe.
Yeah. No, I've seen too many videos. I think there's like a documentary of a couple that went to Kodiak Island and they got ate alive.
Oh yeah, there's people all the time. They're just weirdos. They're like, oh, I want to go
Without
speak
a
with
gun,
the bears.
like, there's
Yeah.
no go.
See, like,
hang out.
I'd take 2 machine guns minimum. People were like, take your bear spray. Like, bear spray? I need a bazooka.
Yeah,
You know
at
what I mean?
least.
Not at all. Not at all. So what's your what's your favorite thing to hunt? Typical
Duck.
whitetail?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, just duck hunt.
Dude, I hunt everything.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've killed the 170-inch whitetail deer.
Yeah.
And, you know, big turkey.
Bow
everything.
hunter? Or...
Yeah, everything.
Okay, so
Yeah.
crossbow?
No,
No?
compound.
Compound?
Yeah,
Okay.
all the way.
All right.
All the
all
way.
right.
Yeah, I was a big outdoorsman, you know,
Okay.
until I got into this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I tell people is like hunting requires a lot of time. You have to be patient. And I think a lot of people it's like if you can hunt and then you have a desire for money, which usually people that hunt are actually wealthy because it actually costs a lot of money when you get into some of those bigger game hunts.
Mm-hmm.
You ever have anybody go sheep hunt or anything like that?
Oh,
The
yeah.
dog like some of them tickets and lottery, those get kind of expensive. Not including like flying out or driving out wherever you got to go. You got to bush
Lodging,
plane in.
food.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's one thing. It's like you got your local hunting where guys might be poor and not to care too much about money, but then you got your guys if they want to go on safari hunts or you know big elk hunts and things like that. They got to be spending money.
Oh yeah, and like you said, not only time but the money is like what keeps people from being kind of successful in hunting.
Yeah,
to
1,000%.
the point they like halfway do it, and
Yeah.
then they don't have any results. They spent all that time and whatever money they did spend. It's like
Yeah.
go all in or don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. 1,000%. What's the pull on your bow?
I think it's like 75.
75.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad.
I know I don't look like
Yeah,
it,
no.
but
I think I watch a lot of Cameron Haynes, and I think
Oh,
his is
yeah.
like
big Cam.
80, something like that.
He's
Nothing too
crazy,
crazy.
though.
Yeah, nuts.
He's crazy.
Always running with a rock on his shoulders. Like, I just
Yeah.
want to carry it out myself. Like, not me, dog.
Nah.
I'm throwing it on a 4-wheeler.
Yeah. Or side by side or something.
Yeah, we're driving this thing out. That's sick. So, what was growing up for you? Were you only child? You have siblings?
No, I got 3 siblings.
You got 3 siblings. Are you
Yep.
youngest, oldest? Okay, so you're oldest.
Mm.
And what about parents when you get into sales? What were they saying? Like, dude.
They were a little concerned.
Yeah.
My mom has her own hair shop.
Oh,
so
okay.
she is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But, you know, like to an extent.
To an extent, she
Yeah.
physically sees the clients coming in. She
Yeah.
has a physical skill set where she's, working with people's hair.
Mhm.
Whereas like you tell her I'm going to be selling insurance, an intangible, financial product that has I think since the beginning of time, insurance has had a bad kind of like
Yeah.
energy to it. You know what I mean?
Everybody has a little bad taste.
A bad
of
taste
insurance
for the
in
most
one way.
part. Man, and so in 10 months, how much business have you written?
At the end of this month, by the time September comes all the way out, I'll be right at 350.
350. So
Yeah.
you should hit the Hall of Fame for the
Yeah.
year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
easily. That's sick, man. And then are you starting to build an agency?
Yeah. So we just cracked 200 in August. We should crack 250, maybe 300 when all of September comes out.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Sick. And everybody is Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. You guys
Yeah.
just opened an office he was telling me about?
Yeah. So we actually got 2. Drew has one and I have one.
Damn.
We outgrew his too fast.
Is there a Nobles-town, Indiana?
Yeah, but that's not very close to us.
Not close to you
Mm-mm.
guys? What part of Indiana are you
So
guys?
like my office is 15 minutes away from Louisville, Kentucky. Like very,
Oh,
very,
okay.
very southern.
Yeah. Yep. Have you ever eaten crawfish?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I wonder how southern you've been. Okay. What's your favorite game food? Duck?
No, absolutely.
I was gonna say I don't like eating duck.
I just like hunting them.
Okay, yeah,
they're not
they're
good.
fun to hunt, yeah.
Definitely rabbit back is like the most tender.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
A deer tenderloin is like
Yeah,
pretty
pretty
great.
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. Super fire. You fish at all?
Yeah.
What's your favorite fish?
Catfish.
See,
Sure. I love
finally,
catfish.
that's how I know you're southern. Northern guys, they'll say steelhead or like salmon or something
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
and in the southern guys, catfish. But the way you prepare it is how like I like fried catfish.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, because some people like I've been in Chicago and they do like jerk catfish. It's not
I don't know about
bad,
that.
but it threw me off because I was like, I've only had fried catfish. I'm not eating that. I ate it. It wasn't bad, but nothing beats a good like home cooked, fried catfish meal.
Absolutely not.
Hush puppies.
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah, super fire. Okay, so what about Pops? What was he?
He worked at a place called Samtech for
Okay.
a long time, 15 years, and then now he is like a crane
Okay.
maintenance. He's the head of the crane maintenance crew at a big they build the big water tanks.
Yeah.
Called Weld. It's in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay. Cool.
So,
So he drives down there to Kentucky.
Yeah, he does a lot of traveling because they go and build them all over the United States.
Wow.
So
That's sick. So what do you think? What do you think your parents or your environment instilled into you that made you want to get out of the traditional route of you had a good union job, making 6 figures, probably could scale that, build a comfortable life for yourself? Like, what made you you?
dude, there was a Grant Cardone video I watched.
Wow.
And he just said something along the lines of, you're letting somebody put an hourly rate on your time. You realize you only have so much time in the world.
Correct.
And you let somebody put an hourly rate on what your time's worth?
Tell you how
That's
much you're worth.
stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
And that was when I kind of started soul searching. And I'd already seen what Drew was doing
Yeah.
like a month prior to that.
Yeah.
And I started soul searching. I looked into everything, real estate, the whole Amazon stuff, like the whole 9 yards. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to see what Drew's doing. And then
Yeah.
the rest is just kind of history.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy to see how much technology and media marketing and everything is kind of like infiltrated all different cultures around the world, because especially growing up in that like farm like environment, that's, you know what I mean, like that's not like accepted or tolerated. It's like go outside, work hard, work with your hands,
Mm-hmm.
come home with your family, have a good meal, say a prayer, get up, do it all over again. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's cool to see the evolution, but it also makes me wonder, like, what's the next couple of decades going to look like? Because there's pieces of the culture that I like, around the states I don't want to lose. I don't want to see like the farmers in the country go away, which I don't think it ever will.
Nah.
You know what I mean? But it's cool to see the evolution of it, because you look at a guy like Cam Haynes, not even 20 something years ago, those guys wouldn't be on social media. They wouldn't be utilizing social media or anything like that. They'd work their job and then they'd hunt and everything like that. But like, it's different now. Like Cam Haynes makes money from just media marketing and whatever brand deals he has. Doesn't have to work, it just hunts.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's definitely changed because, like you said, those guys will be working a regular 9-to-5 job and just living for the weekends to hunt.
Just living for the weekend.
He probably wouldn't be able to do most of the hunts he does because he wouldn't have the money that he has. For marketing and
either lack
media.
of funds, or I don't know how he'd get sleep and stuff like that. Plus all the running and stuff they do.
Connections through social media.
Yeah. What about you? Do you do any sports in high school?
Yeah. I was a multi-sport athlete. I mostly pole vaulted. That was like my biggest specialty in track. I love that. And then also football.
Yeah, dude, the pole vault always freaked me out.
Yeah, I loved it.
Like, what if that pole just finds the wrong spot? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I broke a couple.
Yeah, broke a couple poles, like hitting you in the ribs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, see.
Yeah, highest ever jump was 14 foot.
I feel like that's good.
It was really good. I could have went to college.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like that's really good. I remember hearing in high school, like guys getting, closer to that 12, 13, 14 is like really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Right?
And I loved it just because like what kind of ruined it for me, I guess, why I didn't go to college was COVID.
Yeah.
So I did that as a sophomore.
Okay.
And then COVID was my junior year. So we didn't even have track season. And then
Wow.
my senior year, COVID was still going on. I just did at-home school and went straight to the union. I was working full-time in the union.
Oh, so you never had like a prom or anything like that?
I didn't even graduate. I went to graduation, but there was no like senior year for me.
Yeah.
I was literally doing my schoolwork at night and working full-time in the union while I was still in high school.
That was the same for me. I worked at UPS and I was in the Teamster union when I was 16 and I got expelled. So it was before COVID, but similar. So it's like I worked in the union. I got straight to the union at 16 years old. And then I guess I technically didn't graduate. I had my mom do all my schooling for me. So I have a diploma, but she's the one that technically did all of the schoolwork and acquired that for me.
How'd you get in at 16?
At UPS, they're like life insurance. They'll hire anybody. If you breathe, they'll hire you.
That's crazy.
And then you have the ability to opt into the union.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's for depending on like what state you're in, but I'm pretty sure UPS is a unionized workforce. Yeah. So yeah, and then I became a supervisor there at 17. So I was like yelling at people to load faster. Imagine you're 35 years old and you're like 10 years in the union and you have a 17-year-old supervisor.
Awesome.
Yeah, bro. Like no wonder like that
That's
place.
hilarious.
They need to make a Netflix documentary on how crazy UPS is.
Yeah, that is.
But yeah, so that's super crazy because I didn't have any junior year, senior year stuff like that either. No dances or stuff like that. But I was a bad kid, so I never really had anything. So I was always like locked up in ISS or something.
Yeah.
But yourself, you seem quiet. Like you seem like you were a quiet guy, somewhat introverted
Yeah.
to
Yeah. I would say I
yourself.
was pretty self-kept.
Do you
Yeah.
think you would be able to do the sales when I started, and I think also when Ronnie started, it was door to door.
hmm
Would you have been able to go door to door? And
Dude, I think because I'm a very, like I come off pretty relatable, I
yeah,
think I would have thrived in door to door.
I think you would have too, especially where I made my most money was in the country territories. Because then I could relate to them. They had bank accounts, they had money, and nobody was driving out to the country to go and replace the policy or, educate.
Yeah.
So it's like I made the most money out in like the rural areas, the country areas. And then the more
Good deal.
relatable you are
hmm
to them, talking about hunting, fishing, and,
Yeah.
anything country related, easy sale,
hmm
you know?
That's kind of how I think of it. It's just very easy to. I talk easier to people face to face.
Yeah.
And just the presence you give off it. It's
Yeah.
easier to make a sale.
Yeah, I agree. Um, Reminds me of one of these door knocks I went into and had a full out meal, deer bologna, all types of stuff out in the middle of nowhere.
That's
I'm,
funny.
I'm sitting here thinking like this is a good lead type idea. We should have somebody like make hunter leads. Are you a hunter? You need life insurance. Those guys have money and they're honest, they're good. Like the money's gonna be there. Like
Yeah.
that's a good lead type. Whoever's watching this, I'm gonna go tell my girl we're gonna make hunter leads.
Yeah. I mean, you could put like the fear of falling out of the tree stand.
Falling out of
like,
the tree
that
stand,
happens to
getting
people
shot.
all the time.
The liberals coming for your guns. And you're getting a shootout with the
Yeah.
liberals, you need to get
You
your
need
life
it. Yeah,
insurance.
you have to have it at that point.
Yeah,
That's funny.
fire.
That's a good idea.
That'd be a good lead too, man. Okay, so now you're 10 months in. You're building an agency. Who's your best guy?
My best guy is actually my cousin. His name's Hunter Whittaker.
Okay,
Yeah.
and older, younger.
Same age. He just turned 23. I turned 23 in June.
Okay, so you guys went to
Couple
school
months.
together.
Yep.
Same deal,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is
Yeah.
he similar to you?
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's taller than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he a pole vaulter or anything?
No, he's a big basketball player.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, who's a better athlete?
He can jump higher than me because he's
Yeah,
taller, but I'm
that's it.
faster.
Oh wow.
So,
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so who's a better salesman?
ooh. I mean, I've IP'd more than him, but I've been in it longer. So
Yeah,
we'll see what he does at his 5-month mark. I
Yeah.
IP'd 67 in June. So
That's sick. That's super sick. I had some dude drop like an $84,000 deal yesterday. I hope it IPs. You know what those big deals though? It's like 1 out of like 10 of them will place.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
like super big deal, and it's like it's got to go through the underwriting.
hmm
They got to go out and do a pee test, blood test, spit test, whatever they got to do, and then the money got to come out. So then we really see.
Yeah.
But
Those always scare me to death.
they scare you. They're fun. They're exciting. But it's like, okay, we'll see. But no, super exciting. So what's your plan for next year? Building, scaling, growing?
Yeah, I mean, all the above is
Yeah.
just, continuing to bring in new blood and continue to develop leaders. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my main focus right now, especially after we just went to this event. That was
Yeah.
the biggest takeaway for me.
What was the biggest takeaway?
Definitely developing leaders. Like
Yeah.
I need to develop my core leaders as fast as possible because once they are where I'm at now, then I have 5 of me. So I
Yeah.
need to duplicate myself.
Yeah. I went to a lot of John Maxwell events and read a lot of his books growing up on leadership development and leadership multiplication. And there's really no other way to scale and grow anything faster in life than to develop leaders.
Yeah.
So it's a really good take. What do you think is special about the company that you're associated with, Playbook and FFL, and working with those guys? Like what separates you guys from everybody else? Well, on your personal experience, like what did you get from Ronnie and the environment that you're in that just made everything so special?
I think what really was what let me take off so fast was the systems that we have in place.
Yeah.
Because I have no sales experience. I was literally welding pipes
Yeah.
and I quit. The next week I sold 7,000.
Yeah.
Like we have systems that you just show up, and if you have a work ethic whatsoever,
Yeah.
it just works. And
Yeah.
that it's so plain and simple and easy.
Yeah.
You're taken care of for the first 2 months in the business. You just have to show up and work, and that's it. And you
Yeah.
just naturally succeed, and you have great mentorship and great leaders that have already have the results that you probably want.
Yeah. No, that's super good. You're hitting a TIG weld before last
Yeah,
week, and then
yeah,
next week you're
exactly.
selling insurance. What different types of weld words? I don't even know what TIG weld means. It's in my mind.
Yeah, so TIG weld is like where you have a big long rod, and then you have what's called your torch,
Yeah.
and you actually like melt this rod. And
Okay.
you do like a motion like this, and then there's stick welding.
Yeah.
You just have your stinger, and it's got a big rod sticking out of it, and you melt that one on.
Which one's easier?
Stick.
The stick?
TIG's hard.
Can you do either?
Yeah, and then there's MIG too.
Yeah, I heard MIG.
Yeah, I've done all. I can do all of them.
What's the MIG?
MIG is just a gun that you pull a trigger on, and it just spits it out, and you just melt it accordingly.
Have you ever seen the movie No Country for Old Men?
Maybe. Sounds familiar.
It's a good classic movie. But the guy's a welder in there. Like the main character, he's a welder, and this dude's like interrogating him, and he's like, "Can you TIG? Can you MIG stick?" And he's like, he's just a pure country dude with like a chew in, and he's like, "Damn it, didn't I tell you I can do it all?" Something like that. I was like, I have no idea how difficult this welding is, but that's super sick. So you've got your plans, you've got your goals, you've got your best guy, you've got your systems and everything that you guys are working with. You guys just wrapped up the event. We know where you came from. We know where you're heading. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I just think the sales industry, there's so many people out there like me, and I know that. And that was one of the biggest things that Sean Mike said at the event. He's like, we only have X amount of agents, and there's this many agents in the industry that are living check to check, let alone people that are living check to check in the United States, like 9 to 5 or whatever salary, whatever it is. So it just really opened up my eyes. Like, there's so many more people out there that are like me, and I necessarily wasn't living check to check. I was making good money. I loved my job, but
not capitalizing on their full potential.
Exactly. That's all it was. Like, there was nothing that I was going to look back on and be like, man, I really made a difference in somebody's life. Like, I just built somebody else's business. If I would have stayed welding.
I make so much content on that. You know what I mean? Like, I think if there's one thing people should get from viewing content, you know, that I'm associated with, and when I bring people on like yourself, is that no matter what it is, whether it's insurance or pest control, solar, whatever it might be, you need to get into something commission based so you can get paid for what you're worth. And the marketplace will reveal what you're worth. And it'll be an eye opener, because I just posted a piece of content right before we came up here. And I was telling people it doesn't need to take you 10, 20 years to become financially free. It really should take you less than a year or two. You know what I mean? So it's like, you look at a guy like Ronnie, and it's like, dude was making pizzas, 2 years ago, and now he's making a couple $1 million a year.
Yeah.
So it's like, and he's helping other individuals do the same. And I tell people this, and I said this in the content, you have to check it out. And I said, listen, maybe it should take 10 years for you to suffer and be in pain if you're like solving world hunger or curing cancer.
Yeah.
But we're in sales. If you're in sales and you're living check to check, and you aren't figuring out, and your upline's just telling you it should take a decade or 2 decades, 30 years for you to figure it out, like, something's wrong there. You shouldn't get advice from that person.
Yeah.
You're selling a product or service. It's a very simple equation. Get the product or service in front of as many people as possible and make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. So many people think that you have to come in and be special or different, or like, I remember, and it was me too. I was a victim of it. I remember in January, Drew and Ronnie told me, dude, you have to be at annual convention. You have to be there. I was like, whatever, you guys have results I want, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
So I got there, and there was all these people coming out on stage, Zach Turdowski, Grady Polson. And I was like, those guys are like just so great and big, and they're on stage and they can speak well. And, I had no confidence then. I was like, that would be so cool to be them, but I'll never be there.
Yeah, but if you gave them a welding gun or something, they wouldn't TIG MIG
Exactly.
It's all a matter of experience.
Right. And then, so at this event, I was on stage.
Yeah.
So it was just like a total pivot, and it made me really realize.
Was it your first time on stage?
Yes.
How'd you do?
It went really well.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
My first time on stage sucked.
Really?
Yeah, I sucked. I looked down. I was nervous, scared, shy. I was probably 19 years old, something like that. But that's good.
Yeah, no, it went really well. I mean, it could have went better.
Yeah,
but,
it could always go better.
Yeah, but
You know what I
I
mean?
felt pretty confident about it,
Yeah.
and for the first time, and I plan on being on stage again at an
Gotta be
annual
on stage.
convention. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember thinking when I was up there, this isn't that bad. And
So this wasn't a convention for you guys?
it's called an Ignite event. It's like a mini convention, I guess.
So when's the biggest convention?
January.
And how do you qualify for that with your guys' company?
Just selected. You just have to be selected.
Selected?
Yeah, like results.
Okay, so they're just
very
like,
result selected.
you can come, but you can't come. There's not like a minimum, like, hey, you did this much production?
So to come to it, we encourage everybody to go to it. Like
Yeah.
everybody can come to it.
Okay.
Who's going to speak is very result
Oh,
selected.
okay.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah,
going to
yeah.
speak? Okay, cool. Yeah, 1,000%. You're not going to have no brokey up there on stage.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I mean-
Giving brokey advice.
Yeah, and that's just what Sean Mike really relates on stage to everybody. Like everybody that's going to speak today, everybody was in your same position X amount of years ago.
Yeah,
They just have a little bit more time in it. And
Correct.
they worked a little bit harder than everybody else, and that's why they're up here.
correct.
And I just think that's so important to get out to
Yeah,
the world and sales in general.
1,000%.
The industry, there's nothing special about anybody. Somebody came in here and worked a little harder than you and
That's all it is.
built up their confidence, and now they're seeing success.
That's all it is.
That's it.
That's great. So if the country folk that are watching this and want to come work with you, or city folk, or whoever you might be, I imagine my friend here, Colby, you're probably not too biased in regard to who works with you or not. But if they want to work with you, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram. It's probably the best place to be. Colby
Okay.
J. Whittaker.
Colby J. Whittaker. Let's go. Guys, another episode of Adversity Kings. We got Colby Whittaker here, on pace to do $500,000 in sales, his first year in life insurance sales. And that's remote work, right?
All remote.
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned that, guys. It's virtual work, so you don't have to leave your house, really. You can work from home. You can come to the
Vacation.
office, vacation forever. So awesome work. Thank you, guys. Peace.